Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the limited time Shadow of the Frozen Throne event. Let's do this. As always, information for this event can be found underneath the events tab and clicking on Shadow of the Frozen Throne. So this is a limited time event. You can see here this closes on the 26th of July, and there are 3 different rewards to claim from this. So the first one is the Ice Crown frame, and this one you simply need to log in to claim, and it looks something like this. So this is free and this is for all players. There's also the Ice Crown pathway. So this is a portal cosmetic. This is available for any monetary purchase in game. So I purchased Battle Pass and then I got the pathway portal for free, and that will be able to be used on the 11th of July. There's also the Frostmourne weapon, which looks like this, so please ignore my character's outfit. I don't know why they always put them in the essence transfer outfits, but yeah, just focus on the weapon here. So the weapon cosmetic is actually pretty cool for Wizard. It's like this sword with this kind of like sparkling effect, and the offhand looks awesome as well. Now, to gain this weapon cosmetic, we need to complete 3 dungeons, and you can see these are highlighted on the minimap here. So we've got Darkwood, Ashwold Cemetery, and Library of Zoltan Kull. So kicking off in Ashwold Cemetery for the first dungeon. Now, each of these dungeons are basically the exact same as the normal dungeons, and the portal for each one for this event is just outside of the portal for each dungeon as well. So this portal can be found next to the Mad King's Breach entrance, and it's highlighted with like this icy looking portal instead. Now, for each of these dungeons, it's a little bit different. So you can see here I actually have like necro summons that are following me and helping me defeat the enemies. So I've done this solo just because I thought it's easier for me to run it solo for a video, so you can see. And the difficulty is the same as if you run the dungeon on normal mode. So if you run the normal version of it, it's the exact same thing. It's just that you have these summons to actually help with defeating all the mobs and everything. So you can run this solo, or you can do this in a party. Obviously it's a lot quicker to complete in a party. So if you're worried about your combat rating or anything like that, definitely run it with a team of 4. And you'll obviously just complete the dungeon a lot faster than what I am, because I'm just doing it solo for the video. So as I said, you can see it's basically the exact same dungeon as always. I was hoping that there might be a different boss at the end, but unfortunately there's not. It's literally the exact same dungeon. The only difference is that you have your little team of necromancer summons to help you through it, and obviously upon completing all 3 dungeons you will get the cosmetic as well. So we're going to go ahead and finish off this dungeon and then head to the next one. So instead of talking through the dungeon, because I know that everyone has played Mad King's Breach a million times by now, as it's one of the first dungeons that you complete when running the storyline of the game, I thought I'd just weigh in on my 2 cents of how I'm feeling about Diablo Immortal as a whole, and how things have been since the server merge that we had on my server. So last week we had the server merge, and when I logged in, unfortunately I found that my username had been changed to Ricia-2 because someone else had the same username as me, even though their account is inactive, but obviously they'd made their account before mine on one of the other servers that we merged with. So I had to change my name, which is why it looks different on the screen now. So it looks a bit fancy, but it's the only way I could have my actual name as my username still. So that's what we went with. So there's that from the server merge. The other thing that we found as well, our server that I was on, or that I am a part of before the merge, we never were completely dead. It was a little bit quiet, but it wasn't a completely dried up and dead server like some are. And now we have a huge problem with, if you want to open world farm, if you want to find lairs, anything like that, all the spots for farming are pretty much taken all the time. I don't have that issue so much because I don't open world farm, but there's a lot of people that obviously still need their gear upgrades, and for them it's really frustrating because they just can't get a spot. And then with hidden lairs, they are pretty much impossible to do now. As soon as a lair appears, you'll find it disappears again. And if you do manage to get to a lair, quite often someone else gets there before you and enters. And I had an instance on Sunday where there was a couple of hours left in the day. I'd not capped my lairs, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go and try and find some. And there was one lair in particular that I got to, and there were 6 other players outside waiting to enter, and obviously one of them entered immediately before anyone else got a chance. But yeah, 6 players outside of 1 layer. I've never seen anything like it, even when I first started playing and the server was obviously much more populated. Now I'd say that it's kind of overpopulated. So if you're one of the lucky people that hasn't had a server merge, you have definitely escaped some bad things with it. A lot of people I know have had to change their username, which is frustrating. Some people have had the same username for years and now they've suddenly had to change it. But yeah, overall server merge has been kind of disappointing. There's also players that we've had spamming the shadow chat that are just like trolling and posting like inappropriate stuff, racism, stuff like that. So kind of gone from one extreme to the other of having quite a chilled server with fairly chilled chat most of the time to now having like drama in just the shadow chat. So that is my thoughts on server merges. Basically, I hate them and I think they're a piece of shit. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. With regards to the game itself, Diablo Immortal, there are aspects of it that I'm not really enjoying anymore. PvP, for example, I absolutely hate. Unless you play Tempest, there's pretty much no chance, or unless you're really, really high resonance, there's not really any chance in Battleground. The matchmaking that was meant to be balanced in the most recent patch has not been. And I mean, I'm matching with players at like 9,000 resonance and that have, you know, 5-6k secondaries, and the balance is just non-existent, even more so than it was previously. So that's how I'm feeling about the game as a whole. PvE content I still enjoy, and I'm kind of still here playing this game because of the friends I play with and because I enjoy making videos for you all to watch. I do hope you find them helpful. But yeah, let's continue with this last dungeon. So for this, you can see we've done Mad King's Breach, we did Forgotten Tower, and we're now on to Destruction's End. Now, Destruction's End gets a bit of a bad rap, but this is actually one of my favourite dungeons. I know it's frustrating waiting for that bonus chest at the end. However, I find this is actually pretty quick and smooth to run. You don't have any transitions where you have to wait for the game to reload because it's all one map. So I actually really like that with this dungeon. It's definitely one of my favourites, and I think one of the fastest to run as well. So upon completing this, we should be able to we should be able to claim the event cosmetic for that weapon as well. So let's do it. I also just want to point out this new cosmetic. So this is actually the Battle Pass cosmetic that is currently available for the new Battle Pass season, and I definitely love this. It's definitely my favourite cosmetic that's been available for a really long time. I can't even think of the last time that I bought the Empowered Battle Pass because like the cosmetics just have not been that great, whereas this cosmetic I'm literally obsessed with. Like the weapon part of the cosmetic, the outfit part of the cosmetic, everything about it is so nice. Obviously, this is inspired by Tempest and the Isles of Pelgane as well. So I'm hoping that we'll see more from that. I'm hoping that they will add Pelgane as a zone into the game soon. I'm thinking that's probably what is going to come in some of the updates later in the year, because we're obviously getting new dungeons as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, this cosmetic I think is really nice for Wizard. They've definitely actually thought about this class for once, because all of the previous cosmetics, so many of them just look the same. Like when you go through the cosmetics now that you can see everyone's cosmetics so clearly, most of the ones for Wizards have literally looked the same for months, and they've all been the same colour scheme and everything as well. So it's quite nice to have something totally different. So yeah, if you didn't already see my video for Battle Pass, you wouldn't know how obsessed I am with this cosmetic. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be wearing this one for quite some time. And as I'm also heading towards 4,000 resonance now, that's my next resonance goal. The wings from that should look really nice with this as well. I think it would look really nice with any of the white wing cosmetics. So we're almost done with this dungeon now. Let's go and kill Belle and see about claiming this weapon cosmetic. And that is it, third and final dungeon completed for this event. we'll just pick up all of the loot here. Unfortunately, we only got 1 green drop from all of these dungeons, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll find some when we're farming more later. So we're going to head into the events menu now and claim this weapon cosmetic. So there we go, that is claimed, and you can see here wearing it with the complete wrong outfit again. So we're going to have a look at this in the menu so that you can see exactly what it looks like there as well. We'll just take these bits from this chest. And yeah, let's take a look at this cosmetic in a little bit more detail and see exactly what it looks like. So you can see my character here is wearing the Battle Pass cosmetic, and then we have the weapon cosmetic from this event. So it actually works really nicely together as a whole. So definitely do those free dungeons. I mean, it's a free cosmetic at the end of the day. And if you like the Battle Pass cosmetic, I definitely recommend getting it because you can see it looks amazing on Wizard. Definitely one of the best ones in a long time. But that is it from me today. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyed it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.